Greetings, wonderful people. I'm back. Scriptures for the now. Prashant Trivedi. Empathetic repetition. Empathic repetition. Everyone can perceive at least one of the unlimited exalted qualities of divine's manifestations within this 3D matrix. And that is enough for evolution. All that is required is empathic verbal repetition of this perception, rising above self's inherent laziness. Speech is the starting point. The body follows, mind after that, soul. Here's PT all over the plane. The most natural thing. The most natural thing. There are those who believe in coming down hard on their self. The self trying to discipline its own errant, unevoluting ways. It's a contradiction in itself, rather than a realistic possibility. Any real evolutionary discipline is not possible without the focus being on praise of the higher and divine. Discipline is easy and automatic for those who learn to enjoy the bliss which comes through doing what's natural, and nothing is more natural than praising the higher divine. It is an automatic impulse, only smothered by deliberate evil, inculcated over thousands of generations. All the beings in any era, ancient or recent, have only gotten to soul evolutionary discipline through praise of divine and those closer to it than themselves. If one doesn't bow down to higher in terms of spiritual evolutionary status, one gets an uncomfortable feeling, which will surely turn into jealousy and upsetness, which will lead to incorrect behavior, which will automatically lead to a very quick devolutionary downfall, which leads to hells of pain and torture. It's all that simple. Next, eyebrow, eye bow. The upper eyebrow and lid has to bow. It is the first step in the important business of proper agreeance. Jaw follows, the neck, spine after that. A body language fast disappearing off the face of this planet. I think I've said that, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to repeat the whole book. I'm going to read it another time. Bowing. There are many here who think that they can evolve without bowing to the real higher and divine. As they lounge on their sofas smoking away, or lie in their beds dreaming, or watch the world with puzzled, befolded eyes, they think they are learning and evolving. Lotus Ocean has news for them. All they are doing is confusing themselves further, getting more entangled in the spider web, sinking further into the quicksand. The only evolution, bowing to higher and divine. Without bowing, mental and physical, with requisite posture, there is only downfall. If they are honest enough to admit it, it is happening right before their eyes, as the world, including them, sinks into deeper hell of boredom, depression, pain, and torture. Most are ready to do anything for happiness except bowing. They can bang hard on all the walls, until they realize the simple logical truth that there is no way out except humbly following those who know the way out. For whom what not to bow, to read page 352, the fake bows. And for whom to bow to, read page 124, how to tell between fake and real gurus. Grace. Only graceful action one can do is sincerely bow to divine. If that is not what one does, only other option is disgraceful actions. And the longer one goes on that devoluting path, more disgraceful it all gets. It's all already at an insectoid level. If one puts on the TV, especially any so-called music channels, without grace there is no G-race, or genes on fire, racing up past speed of light to break the matrix and eggshell. The fake bows. People are ready to do their formal get it out of the way fake bow to establish frauds like Pope, Queen, Dalai Lama, and other such charlatans. It's all about bowing to the system itself rather than an individual. In some places they are forced to do such bows. Such bows. Bows? Towel. Bow. Bow. It's bow. It's like towel. 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 Bow. To all elders, elder being decided by age, not wisdom. In some places they do this bow. This bow. This bow. Bow. I have problem with it. This bow. To stones and statues. Ego doesn't get perturbated. The ego doesn't get perturbated. Back on the side of the river, chilling spot. What is it here? Paradise Island?
Yeah.
Paradise Island here.
Right this side and the other side.
Yeah. Yeah, ego doesn't get perturbated, especially since everyone else is doing it too. People everywhere do this bow. This bow. One day maybe I'm gonna pronounce it right. Is it bow? Bow. Bow. It's like towel. 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 Bow. It's bow. Bow. It's not bow. It's bow. Yeah, bow. You have to pronounce the W. That's it. Just bow. To money and those who have it in various forms. They bow to the people on stage who bow back to them. A mutual bowing scene, which leads no one anywhere. People are not bowing to the higher partly because they have wrong definitions of higher, and mainly because of the plain evil which takes over them with feelings like inferiority complex and jealousy. When they do know in their guts, it makes them not want to bow, because it will have to be a real bow, and it will have to be continuous. Useful to remember that all evil only arose from the simple decision of not bowing to divine. Boom! He's out.